Everybody, this is Christy Schmier with Get Off Your Butts, and we're going to be, this is for the upgraders here, for these everybody who's doing the fly by the seat of your pants, and who's doing the I've got big butts. You wanted to upgrade, and we want to give you some extra content to thank you. So what we're going to do is I've found some of my most awesome friends, and they're going to give you little mini interviews. They're going to give you little tips and what they've done in the past, what's going on with their butts, just to give you a little added content and a little more fun. And so first up, we're going to talk to my really good friend Don Staley, and Don is like the perfect person to start this off with. Don knows how to get off his butt. Don has been exercising every single day for over 5 years now, and to me that is amazing. So instead of saying to himself all of the excuses, and I read his book, he's got this fantastic book which he'll tell you about. When he first started this, when he was going to start exercising every day, he actually got sick. And you know how easy it is to be like, well, I could start today, but I'm sick. So Don is not a butt man anymore, though. So he was, so I love that. I love all the ways I can use this. So he didn't let his excuses get in his way, and he gets things done. So you can learn a lot from Don, and so we're gonna talk to Don. So I'm just gonna switch to screen here so you can see Don's face. So hi, Don.
Hi, Christy. Hi, everyone.
So Don, why don't you tell us about some of the ways that butts have stopped you in the past, or anything like that you'd have to say about the butts you've had?
Absolutely, and I had a lot of butts, believe me. One of the biggest butts I used to have was, sure, I want to do this, but I don't know how. I have no idea where to start, what do I do, I don't know how. That was probably my biggest butt.
Yeah, no, I hear you, and that definitely happens for, I think, a lot of us, a lot of the time, and I think most of us can relate to that. So now, we'd love to hear what you do to get over your butts, what you did. How do you start exercising every single day for over 5 years, regardless what the weather's doing, regardless what's happening in your family, regardless what's happening with your health? That's remarkable. Tell us a bit about a tip that you have to get off your butt.
And that's a huge conversation, but I know we're going to keep this short. But the simple answer to that is, I don't know. For instance, like when I went to write my book, Fit Mind, Fit Body, it was this gigantic thing, but I didn't know how to do it. I never wrote a book before. I didn't know where to start. And so that was a thought, okay, I want to write a book, but I don't know how to do it. So what I realized is that I did know something. And we all know something, and if that's your excuse, you aren't starting because you don't know exactly where to start. There's a little speck of something that you can grow, and you can start from there. Whatever it is, you can say, okay, at least I know this. I know I want to write a book. I know this is what the topic's going to be, or whatever your goal is. I know this, and I know about what I want it to be about. What is the first thing I need to do next? What is the next thing I need to do? And it just take, you don't have to achieve everything in one shot. You can take and just nibble like a shark or a fish would nibble off of another fish. And I don't know if that's a good example, but I don't want to, animal lovers or whatever. I mean, that's nature, right? But just take a little bite. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So take a little bite. At least do something. What do you know? You might not know how to solve the whole problem, but you know something. What do you know, and what action can you take right now? So most people that are striving to achieve some gigantic goal, they don't know exactly how to achieve it. Nobody does until they've done it. So you're in the same boat as everyone else. Just do what you know and take that step, and then you'll make progress from there. Once you get there, you'll be able to see a little bit further. That would be my tip.
That's awesome. And I want to highlight something you just said at the end there. Once you get there, that once you finish that one step, you'll be able to see further. And one of the analogies I always use is when you look out at the horizon and you see where the earth and the horizon, the earth and the sky meet, that isn't where the world ends. And as you move forward, you're going to see the horizon expand. That's the same thing with goals. So that's a really good point. Thank you, Don.
Yeah, it's a great analogy too.
So just one last thing. I introduced you, but so you want to just give us your website that if people wanted to check you out, they could go to?
Yeah, absolutely. My website is donstaley.com. That's DONSTALEY.com.
Cool. And yeah, Don wrote a fantastic book. You actually, if you look through the testimonials, you'll see my name in there because I loved his book, Fit Mind, Fit Body. Really fantastic. And like I said, Don is a man who there's a lot of people talking about the positive thought and how we need to set goals and we need to do these things. Dawn's someone who walks that talk fantastically. And so I thank you so much for sharing, and I hope that you guys gathered something really beneficial from hearing what Dawn said, again, from somebody who is walking the talk. And if you want to check them out even further, if that is your goal, if that's your but, something about not doing your exercise, not doing that thing to be healthy, Dawn is somebody you want to check out. Any last pieces of advice or tips you want to leave anybody with, or...
No, I would just say that Christy and Melissa have a great program, and I would say get off your butts, because it's time for you to have what you want.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so we're just going to pause. There's a time lapse here, Dawn, so I don't want to cut anybody off, so we're just going to sit here smiling goofily for for a few seconds, and then we'll sign off. So thanks so much for coming, Dawn, and thank you guys for upgrading and for joining Get Off Your Butts.
Thank you.
Cool.